was an easy take from.
Drops it at the feet of Gray. Sarr has played it around Newcastle players, then Joe Linton with a block. Bruno, here's an opportunity. Anthony Gordon into the bottom corner. An immediate response by Newcastle United. Spurs are claiming handball in the build-up, but Gordon finishes left-footed from inside the area after United won it back. Hall's won it back. Isak to Bruno, laid off for Tonali. Murphy in the box on the near side. Jacob Murphy with a low cross, it's in! It might be an own goal, or it might be Alexander Isak again. Newcastle United have turned it around in North London, and in the 38th minute, they lead Tottenham Hotspur by 2-1. Dubravka hangs it up, and the big boys try to help it on. It's lifted into the area. Here's Isak, it's into the net! Alexander Isak off the bar and in, as Newcastle take the lead in the League Cup semi-final. Dubravka's free kick lifted up high and headed on, and it dropped for Isak, centre of the box. Murphy, low ball to Isak in the box. Alexander Isak with a shot saved. Yes! Anthony Gordon has doubled the advantage for Newcastle United in front of the away end after Raya parried Isak's shot. What a position they are in. That could be crucial. 51 minutes at the Emirates Stadium in the first leg. Anthony Gordon, and it's Arsenal 0, Newcastle United 2.
Big chance for the young man, wasn't it?
The
great ball.
Attack is still ongoing. Lewis Miley. Oh, wow! Lewis Miley, what a hit from outside the area. And Newcastle have responded to going behind early on. Osula could have scored when he went through 1v1 against the keeper, but they recycled the move, and Lewis Miley with a terrific strike. Challenge came in. Gordon against the goalkeeper Grant Smith scores! And Gordon, who had a penalty saved at Everton in the Premier League a few months ago, does what he did against Manchester City here in September. Idris Odeteo inside, but Newcastle pinch it back through Almiron and Bruno, trying to get them away quickly. Osula sprinting after this one on the right wing. Only Gordon in the box. Now Bruno there as well. William Osula onto his left, goes for it, and that is a brilliant goal. William Osula, his first in black and white. It's a belter. And he picked up the ball on the right wing from Bruno's pass. Then it was all his own work as he cut inside and let fly, unleashing a powerful... And they've gone wide rather than forwards. Isak now on his way towards the penalty box. Isak cuts inside. Is there a finish this time? Still Isak. Still Isak! Yes! Alexander Isak with a Newcastle United record of scoring in 8 consecutive Premier League matches. Murphy to Bruno. Through for Isak. Alexander Isak has scored! So simple. Inside from Murphy to Bruno, who slotted it through a gap for Isak. A touch from the centre forward, and then he stroked it home past Jose Sarr. Onto Joe Linton. Isak could get it. Joe Linton ball in behind. Alexander Isak for the hat-trick. He went to cross it and it was blocked. It's back with Isak. What's he got this time? Gordon! Isak with the assist, laying on the third goal for Anthony Gordon. Well, it didn't quite come together at the first time of asking, but Isak recycled the move, cut inside, and put it on a plate for Gordon to sweep home. Now walks back into the middle. Gordon standing next to the goalkeeper. Botman round the back, Joe Linton as well. Hall, bit more height. Bruno! It's there! Bruno with a header from Lewis Hall's in-swinging corner. Kepa got a hand on it, but it's into the back of the net. Newcastle have their equaliser, and it's the captain, Bruno. The VAR overturn. The penalty from Isak is into the bottom corner. He sent the keeper the wrong way and stroked it home, and in the 26th minute, Alexander Isak levels up the game at St Mary's. Newcastle United and Southampton one apiece. Challenge won by Byrne fairly on halfway. halfway. Jacob Murphy away and into space. And now for Isak, what a touch! Isak is in and scores! Oh, he is unstoppable. Alexander Isak found by Jacob Murphy. Back to the goalkeeper and then calmly out to the right to Livramento, then Cher. That's a ball for Isak to chase. Not a bad attempt from Cher, long pass up the pitch. Isak then to Tonali, good header. Gordon, Tonali's in one-on-one. Sandro Tonali against McCarthy, yes! Sandro Tonali finishes into the bottom corner. They went up to Isak, back to Tonali, then played through for the Italian, who carried his run forwards from central midfield. And when McCarthy came out, Tonali just rolled it past him into the corner. High ball out towards Gordon. He's tried to roll Castagna and he's got away. Options in the middle. Gordon running at Anderson into the penalty area. Gordon looks for Isak and it comes from Murphy! Jacob Murphy, on his 200th Newcastle United appearance, has broken the deadlock at St James's Park. Gordon got away from Castagna and then Anderson couldn't find Isak in the middle, but Murphy following in. Still 0-0, Isak with a good help on, gets it back from Gordon, he's in again! Oh, he's hit the woodwork! Murphy has scored! Jacob Murphy for Newcastle United, following up after Alexander Isak cracked one off the woodwork. And maybe this goal will stand, and they will take the lead on the night. Raya puts the ball on the floor, Gordon goes to close down, Cher's won it, Gordon, this time it's in! This time it's in from Anthony Gordon, and Newcastle United are almost there. Anthony Gordon profiting after Arsenal took a risk playing it short from the back, and he slotted it beyond the keeper and into the bottom corner. And what about this? 52 minutes played in the second leg, 2-0 on the night again, and 4-0 to Newcastle United on aggregate.
Wilson has wriggled free, can't get it through to Willock, but he's still bundling on, is Callum Wilson. Chipped into the box, at the back it's Osula. Willock tried to turn it in. Second attempt is high, first attempt was incredibly kept out. And he thought about trying again. Longstaff, Livramento, Willock's there again. Wilson goes to try to score, and he has got the ball in. And Newcastle United have turned this around pretty smartly. Miley shifts the ball out. Played across to Livramento. There's Longstaff, it was blocked, and now it's in! Brilliantly finished by Joe Willock. He might have finished the cup tie.
Gordon runs over this ball and Lewis Hall sends it in. Here's Bruno, downward header. Oh, just too high for Burn as it came back up, and Willock keeps it in on the far side. Hall with another cross. Miley takes a touch, then hits it. Yes! Lewis Miley, first Premier League start of the season, and a huge goal from the 18-year-old to get Newcastle on level terms, and he took it so well. Willock kept it alive after the initial ball in, and Hall's cross found Miley. Great first touch to kill it, then a low left-footed shot across Sells into the bottom right corner. His second of the season. They definitely needed that. By Elanga, back to Gordon. Now forwards for Isak to chase after, and he gets there before Milenkovic, and back heels it to Hall into the penalty area. Lewis Hall square, the keeper's beaten, Murphy's there! Jacob Murphy with the touch. Newcastle United from a goal down, lead 2-1. Jacob Murphy gets the congratulations, as does Isak for brilliant play in the build-up, and Lewis Hall likewise drove on into the box. It was dinked over Matt Sells, at full stretch couldn't get there, and Jacob Murphy just nudged it in on the line, at fault for the Forest goal, but now gets Newcastle United into the lead. 2 goals in quick succession, Newcastle United 2, Nottingham Forest 1.
What a touch by Isak, unbelievable. unbelievable. Little back heel, little flick back heel. Takes the big centre back out of it. Murphy can't miss.
He's got in off his thigh, just made sure he got his hand out of the way. Hall tried to play it to Willock, it took a massive deflection. That's why Sells couldn't get it. Here comes Isak. It's in! Oh, it's in just!
Oh, how lucky is he?
Well, it's not convincing, but it's into the back of the net. He chipped it up the middle, and Sells started to move and stuck up his arm, cut a hand on it, but couldn't get a strong enough hand. The Newcastle attack now with Willock strong, running away from his man on the far side into Isak in the area. Isak is there! This is ridiculous. 4 first half goals and Newcastle United might well be out of sight. This has been some turnaround. Caesar's end against Verbruggen. Isak, oh what a finish!
Dear, oh dear.
What a finish! There's no stopping that. He has powered it into the top left corner of the goal. Bruno making a run. Murphy gets it, drops his shoulder, edge of the area. Good ball back to Tonali. Whipped over to Barnes on his right. Barnes goes for the low shot, blocked, has come back to him. Chips it in. It's there! They've scored! It's Bruno. Bruno with the all-important touch from the ball lifted into the middle. And the Newcastle United captain scores at the London Stadium.
They've had plenty of set pieces. The latest one from Kieran Trippier on the left. Looking for Burn again.
Oh,
Dan Burn!
Oh!
Would you believe it?
Wow!
Big Dan Burn with the biggest goal he will ever score. And the black and white end of Wembley erupts. Dan Burn with an historic header scores Newcastle United's first goal at Wembley Stadium for a quarter of a century. And just 2 days after he was called up by England for the first time, the boy from Blythe scores in the League Cup final, and maybe this time will be different. Liverpool 0, Newcastle United 1.
What a header! It's an unbelievable header. It's a great delivery, driven delivery, back post, and he just powers it.
It is
Nobody
a fantastic header.
What a header that is!
Oh. I think we were speaking as well before the game. I think I mentioned it in Pride, and I think we'd mentioned it as a group walking in. Can you imagine if he scores and it's the winner? Imagine his week. But what a header! I mean, it's got to be about 12 yards out, and the goalkeeper's got no chance.
So holds possession, gives it to Barnes, now back for Livramento's run, left-footed cross, hanging in the air, Murphy, Isak!
Oh, you beauty!
No doubt about this one.
Oh my!
Alexander
Wow.
Isak at Wembley. Newcastle United's
How do you
main
get
man.
Isak in the game?
Yes,
How do you get him into the game?
Bruno, wonderful play from Newcastle. Joelinton and Livramento. One last attack maybe. Murphy with the cross. Isak! He scores this time. Murphy with the cross. Isak with the finish. And they have the lead in added on time. Those two combined for the decisive goal at Wembley. They remain 6th in the table, with it being 1-1. The Brighton equaliser must have been disallowed. Here's Tonali. Oh, it's in! Oh my word! Tonali has scored from an improbable angle. That has caught not just Brentford but St James's Park by surprise. Tonali in a crossing position on the right, heading towards the goal line, has put his boot behind the ball and powered it towards the goal. And Mark Flecken, beaten surely by the power and maybe the element of surprise. And Tonali, who scored twice at that end against Brentford in the League Cup in December, has hit the net against them tonight. It's surely a cross, maybe it took a deflection, But Newcastle out of nowhere have retaken the lead. It's a crucial goal. Sandro Tonali, 74th minute. Newcastle United 2, Brentford 1.
That's incredible. I don't know if it's a shot or a cross, but
now Bruno stands on the ball, then wins a block challenge with Ndidi. Bruno just wanted it more. Joelinton clipped out to the left wing. Here's Harvey Barnes. Livramento on the overlap, gets it from Barnes's ball. Livramento's cross, Murphy scores! Jacob Murphy at the back post from Livramento's cross. Newcastle played it through midfield, went up the left side, and Jacob Murphy with a tap in. Trophy celebrations in depth. We will be doing the same with Sunderland as their season reaches its conclusion. Here's Fabian Schär, goalkeeper's off his line. Schär's gone to chip him. Oh, he's hit the bar. Murphy on the follow-up, scores! Jacob Murphy scores his second of the night, but Fabian Schär gets, well, not so much congratulations, but credit for his technical ability and his vision, and he almost scored a wonder goal. The keeper, Mads Hermansson, was miles off his line. He was nowhere, and Schär went to chip him. It came down, but it clipped the top of the crossbar. Jacob Murphy following up has doubled Newcastle's lead. Given away straight to Barnes. The chance to break. Harvey Barnes strong running through the middle. Isak is away from Barnes's pass, left hand side. Barnes now in the centre. Isak taking on Cody. Isak's shot blocked. It's come here to Joelinton. Cuts inside. Joelinton saved. Harvey Barnes puts the rebound in. Harvey Barnes returns to Leicester City and scores for Newcastle United. No celebration from Barnes. The break that he started, linking up with Isak, Joelinton involved. Barnes with a tap in, 30 yards out. Low ball in, Isak takes it down. Here's a chance, what a finish! Sandro Tonali on the end of that one. They won it back from Manchester United in the middle. Trippier to Isak, who gets the assist with a lifted ball over the top, and Tonali gave it the hammer and into the bottom corner for his 5th goal of the season. Isak and Barnes trying to get onto the end of that ball, which was headed on by Joelinton. Bruno with it for Newcastle, on to Livramento, good play. Tino Livramento attacking on the outside, good skill. Livramento, great cross, Murphy cuts it back into the net! Into the net! Following in, Harvey Barnes scores! Jacob Murphy kept it alive after Livramento, terrific play up the left wing into the area. He attacks so well. Again, but it's in his own half. Now Barnes putting Mazraoui under pressure. He slipped. Barnes has got it. Isak could be played in. Barnes might go all the way. Oh! Harvey Barnes! Brilliantly taken goal. His second of the afternoon after Mazraoui slipped. Barnes was alive and quick and drove through the centre of the Manchester United defence, slammed the ball into the top of the net at the Gallagher end. England defender who's made only 3 appearances this season because of injury. This is his 3rd match in a row on the bench. Oh, given away! Bruno's in! Bruno scores! The goalkeeper gave it away, and it was headed forwards by Joelinton, straight to captain Bruno, who slotted it under Bayindir to make it Newcastle United 4, Manchester United 1. Newcastle get it back in midfield. Tonali, Trippier giving him an option wide right. Kieran Trippier gets it onto Murphy, the chance to deliver. Murphy gives it. Oh, what a hit! Murphy has scored. Murphy from out on the right. It's like Tonali against Brentford all over again. Well, I'm not sure if he was going to cross or shoot, just put his boot behind it, and Henderson was beaten at his near post, high towards the top corner, and Jacob Murphy's incredible run continues. He moves on to 9 goals this season, and most importantly, in the 14th minute, he gives Newcastle United the lead, 1-0. The captain been given the second goal as an own goal. They've lost it, Palace, to Tonali and Joelinton. Bruno's ball, Tonali, Barnes wants it, Barnes gets it, left-hand side, Isak in the centre, Barnes into the box, on the outside, Barnes scores! And this one's definitely his. Harvey Barnes, bound by the ball, whipped over to the left, could have rolled it over to Isak, but a man in red-hot form in front of goal has another. Well, let's see what ball they select. It's Trippier to Murphy. Lovely curling cross. Oh, yes, Fabian Schär. What a first half. Fabian Schär, Newcastle's fourth goal just before half-time. A really clever set piece. Trippier roll back to Murphy, but the cross from Murphy was irresistible, and Schär just needed to give it a touch, and he did. And Wharton with a back pass slightly away from Richards, square to Gay. Lacroix lost it to Joelinton. Isak, surely! Isak! Yes, this time Alexander Isak gets his goal. Newcastle forcing an error from Palace, just what they did to Manchester United on Sunday afternoon. In line with the edge of the box, right-footed cross from Barnes, good one, back post, Schär scores, yes, Fabian Schär. Well, in the opening minute, Schär deflected Ollie Watkins' shot into his own net, but the player who scored twice at that end of the ground for Newcastle last season repeats the trick. Back to the back of the box, hands on hips, goalkeeper moving along his line. Isak comes forward and it's into the net. Low down from Isak to the goalkeeper's left. He has his 26th of the season. And then Trippier, here's the cross, hung up to the back post, Dan Burn! Dan Burn heads in from Trippier's cross, and the second goal has arrived in the 56th minute. It has been coming. Dan Burn's second of the season, and it's Newcastle United 2, Ipswich Town 0. Instead lifts it in, Burn looking for it, Osula! Oh! William Osula! That's a great goal. Osula gets up to head in his first in the Premier League, minutes after coming on. Trippier's delivery, Osula to the delight of St James's Park, makes it Newcastle United 3, Ipswich Town 0.
What a good header.
Up against Bart Verbruggen to bring Newcastle level. Isak scores! Sends the keeper the wrong way. Hand side, chipped in behind for Gordon to chase. Gordon gets there before Caicedo. Good challenge. Hooked the ball away from Gordon. Chelsea bring it clear. Tonali wins it back though. Bruno edge of the area. Barnes, and it runs for Murphy. Low cross. Tonali! Sandro Tonali inside 2 minutes with a massive goal. After Gordon was challenged, Tonali helped to win it back, and Murphy played it over from the right. 40 yards out, right side. Tonali drives it. Dan Burn is free. He's able to bring the ball under control with his left boot. Nice little pass inside for Bruno. But think about the shot. Bruno down! The captain wins it. Bruno Guimaraes out on the left from Dan Burn's ball with a curling, dipping shot over Robert Sanchez and into the net at the Gallagher end to give Newcastle United a massive victory over one of their Champions League rivals. the touchline. Still on the attack, 29th minute. Murphy delivers the ball for Voltemada! Nick Voltemada! Newcastle's record signing on his debut, scores with a header. What a start for the new boy, the new striker, brought in for big money to score goals, and he started in the right way. His first chance, first time they put one in for him to get on the end of, and he beats Johnston with the header from close range. What a moment for Nick Voltemada at St James's Park on the half hour. It's Newcastle United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0.
Great ball, but it's a great header as well. Gets so much power in it. Just gets up above the defender, leaning backwards, and he powers it past the keeper. Ball into a great area.
Guimaraes on to Sandro Tonali, and then Voltemada. Now here's Murphy, promising this. That's a good ball! Oh, they're back in it! Anthony Gordon at the Gallowgate end, with seconds remaining plus stoppage time, and there's belief again at St James's Park.
Beautiful, intricate passing. Big centre fielder does well to time it. Voltemada does well to lay it off. Gordon stays on side, comes the other side of Koundé. And a great finish. That is a lovely, lovely goal. First time ball's a secret.
Close by for support. Bruno goes back out to the right. Emil Kraft, Joelinton makes his way into the penalty area. Ilanga to Miley, back to Bruno, edge of the box. Now for Gordon to hit. Blocked on the way through. Joelinton! Bottom corner from Joelinton. Newcastle patient passing around the penalty area, and it found its way to the Brazilian, who found the bottom left corner of the Bradford City. All of them looking to avoid an upset. Joelinton to Miley, room and runners. Bruno through for Osula, William Osula! That's his big moment, and he takes it. Slipped in by the pass, one-on-one with the keeper right-hand side of the penalty box, and William Osula is Newcastle's leading goal scorer this season. And hang on, here's Bruno. Come back to that thought about Botman into the penalty area on the left, back to goal. Bruno could lay it off. It's Joelinton, surely three, yeah. Joelinton, second of the night, set up by Bruno. And he scored in the first half, he scored in the second. 75 minutes, Newcastle United 3, Bradford City 0.
Yeah, just too easy, isn't it?
Scores more goals from midfield than when he played as a centre forward, doesn't he? Miley, positive run. Voltemada just inside the area. Barnes, across goal. It's in from Osula. William Osula's got his second of the night. Joelinton with two, and now Osula. And they got in on the Bradford left. Barnes across in towards the back post, and Osula coming in from what looked like pretty much on the line, lifting it. Two on the edge of the area. Again, Vernon Voltemada close to the goalkeeper. Bruno makes a run front post. It's gone short to Gordon. Back to Tonali. Here's the cross. Looking for Voltemada! Nick Voltemada! On the end of Tonali's cross after the short corner. And the big German gets another goal and another with his head. To get it into the right areas, goal-scoring areas. Voltemada can get on the end of them. Arsenal complain about something. They think there was a foul, but Nick Voltemada has his second Newcastle United goal. And it's Newcastle United 1, Arsenal 0, very much against the run of play after 35 minutes.
Well, I said set pieces would play a huge part in it, didn't I? I said it could come down to set pieces. It's well worked, it's so well worked. They go short. The delivery from Tonali is brilliant.
Ilanga, space for the cross. It's a good one, but Voltemada just couldn't get there. Tonali follow up, it's in. Sandro Tonali, it took a big deflection, but the Italian celebrates and gets the congratulations as Newcastle United take the lead in Brussels. Elanga was a good ball in towards Voltemada, headed clear. On the follow-up, Sandro Tonali.
It's Voltemada who gets the goal. It's a great little flick, actually, Razor, when you see it again.
In for Elanga, again with plenty of room. Trippier goes on the outside, Elanga a step over, comes inside, and gets chopped down. Gordon from the right boot, bottom corner, sending the keeper the wrong way. Confidently dispatched by Gordon. Has been blown, and Anthony Gordon scores for the second time tonight. Goes into the same corner, the bottom right. This time Sherpen went the correct way, but he couldn't get near it.
Pushed it away.
Now Gordon's made a challenge on the edge of the area. Barnes on for Osula, and they've got a runner. It's Lewis Hall at the right wing. Osula can roll in. Barnes, he does. Harvey Barnes with a big opportunity, which he takes. And the substitute extends Newcastle's lead. Football there, Chow. Tonali chips it in, too high for Voltemada. Not one of Tonali's better deliveries. Bruno then gets it back from Gibbs-White, who stays down, but no foul. Dan Burn for Bruno. Bruno! What a finish! Bruno Guimaraes with a big moment and a big goal for Newcastle United at the Gallagher end. Curled it away from Sells and into the far corner. Gibbs-White was challenged in the build-up and stayed down for it. Against former Newcastle United goalkeeper Sells, who's moving across his line. In the 84th minute, hands on hips, Voltemada, Gallagher end. Nick Voltemada into the top corner. What a confident penalty. Sells didn't even move. And Nick Voltemada has scored in his first 3 Premier League appearances at St James's Park, emulating Alan Shearer and Les Ferdinand. They are the only 3 players to do that in esteemed company. Their record signing, who has made an impressive start in black and white, and it might be the goal that delivers the... And Bruno and Jacob Murphy with the chance to deliver a cross, maybe. Comes back to Bruno, into the penalty area. Miley, the cutback, Voltemada!
Oh, what a goal!
What a flick from Voltemada! Is there nothing he can't do? Towering headers, penalties into the top corner, and a flick through his legs to completely fool the Brighton defenders and goalkeeper. It is another wonderful moment from Newcastle's record signing. Another brilliant goal. What a player, and what a time to get them back into the game. Big Nick Voltemada, superb. 77 minutes, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Newcastle United 1.
Oh, what a flick. I mean, we talk about how good he is with his feet, but that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, wow. Miley with a really nice ball to find it, but then just the speed of thought, the presence of mind. Van Hecker's coming in to try and cut him off, so he just lets it come across, flicks it. It's almost come off his heel. Benfica, now they play it forwards. Auersnes into the middle. Chow's got it, and Bruno trying to get Murphy in behind. He has. Murphy's cross. Gordon! Anthony Gordon! His 4th Champions League goal of the season. Tapping in at the back post, getting on the end of the cross, and making it Newcastle United 1, Benfica 0.
Well, it's that press again, isn't it? Benfica trying to play out in the back, they give it away. All of a sudden there's a decent little ball in behind. Great ball movie as well. He's never missing, is he, Anthony Gordon, back post.
Right wing to Luca Bacchio, first time cross. Very casually delivered.
Yeah.
He's gone for a big throw, quick throw, looking for Barnes. Oh, it's found him. Harvey Barnes, can he take it all the way into the area? Barnes! Oh, it's magnificent! Nick Pope with a huge throw. It's got most of the
area, and just as he did in Brussels, Harvey Barnes has come off the bench to score in the Champions League. They've got that crucial second goal, and Nick Pope, as well as Harvey Barnes, gets the congratulations. Nothing wrong with Pope's distribution there. 71 minutes, Newcastle United 2, Benfica 0.
Well, he comes in for a lot of criticism for his distribution, but on this occasion he gets it spot on. He sees Barnes on his way and he just launches it.
90 plus minutes in Paris 2 years ago, but it's more penalty confusion involving Newcastle. Gordon and Baltimore, beautiful link up, and Harvey Barnes in for a third goal. Yes, yes, Harvey Barnes. That's absolutely brilliant football by Newcastle. Baltimore with a flick back to Gordon, and a threaded through ball for Barnes, who nutmegged the goalkeeper. When they win in the Champions League, they win big. Newcastle United 3, Benfica 0.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely fabulous one-touch football. Baltimore involved again. Great little back heel. Yeah, it's a big Keystone Cops back there.
Still goalless. Bassi under pressure and has lost out to Murphy, who can take it all the way into the box. Murphy off the post and in. Jacob Murphy won it back from Bassi and drove on into the penalty area. A low shot off the base of the post and into the back of the net for his first of the season. Jacob Murphy delivering once again for Newcastle United. Played short where he started his run. Here's Alanga winning it, and Osula carrying it on. William Osula driving Newcastle forwards into the box. Osula, could he win it late? Osula goes for the bottom corner. Bruno! Bruno Guimaraes might well have won it in the 90th minute. Wild scenes of celebration at St James's. Elanga for Osula. Driving run and shot, beaten out by Leno, and the skipper, who missed a big chance earlier in the half, got on the end of the save from Leno and has buried the rebound. Newcastle United 2, Fulham 1.
Well, Bassi yet again loses it, doesn't he? I mean, he's had an absolute mare, the big centre-back, and they break. Decent strike from Osula, decent save from the keeper, following up. Guimaraes knocks it into the bottom corner.
Tonali delivers the corner header from Fabian Schär. Back in the team tonight from the start, and Fabian Schär connects with a Sandro Tonali corner at the Leazer's end. Down into the ground and into the back of the net. 24th minute, Newcastle United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. He's been typically excellent tonight, and there he wins it back, underlining that point for Barnes. It's come back to Chow in the penalty area. Willock, dinked cross, Baltimore! Nick Baltimore gets there before Anthony Kinski. Willock's dinked cross, Baltimore. He's big and he just stayed big, and the keeper couldn't get near it. He was nowhere.
Free kick, probably more like 35 yards out. It's on the right, and the players now make their way into the box. Dan Burn round the back. Oh, what a header! Big Dan Burn round the back with a wonderful header, and the fairy tale career that started in non-league now has another Champions League goal to it. Absolutely incredible. Oh, it bent in like the header at Wembley as well, but from the other side. Absolutely brilliant. Big Dan Burn. A Newcastle United hero yet again. Gets the header, totally onside. Oh, hang on, here's Bruno, maybe this. Murphy, right corner of the box, cuts it back. It's found its way to Harvey Barnes. Is there another Barnes Champions League goal? That shot is blocked. He might get another try. Goes on the outside this time. The cross for Joelinton! And Joelinton, who had one ruled out in the first half for offside, climbs to head home a Harvey Barnes cross from the left. And 4 minutes, not even that, into the second half, they've doubled their lead. And it could be another big Champions League result at St James's. Newcastle United 2, Athletic Club 0.
Well, they work it so well. Murphy on this right side drills a cross in, goes to Barnes, and he has a shot block that comes back to, drops his shoulder, and he just dinks a ball into the penalty area. Joelinton's got himself in there from what, 8 yards out, not going to miss.
Looks for Barnes through the legs of his man, that's good. Bruno carrying it. Possibilities here, out wide right to Murphy. Low cross from Murphy, looking for Voltemada, and Barnes turns, still Harvey Barnes, he turns again. Barnes with the shot into the back of the net. Brilliantly taken and finished off by Harvey Barnes, who helped start the move. And Newcastle United take the lead with their first meaningful effort at the Brentford goal. Harvey Barnes, his first in the Premier League this season. Willock right corner of the penalty area. Murphy went beyond. Willock didn't play the cross, then slips it in for Tonali. No offside. Looking for Gordon, and Harvey Barnes has scored again. Harvey Barnes' run of goals continues, and Newcastle take the lead in the south of France. A bright start, rewarded with a goal. More good play in attack up this near right-hand side, and it reached Barnes, who drove it into the bottom corner with his left foot. Newcastle United, they are really enjoying themselves in the Champions League. Corner sent to the near post, it's in! They've scored early. Malik Chow has got his first goal for Newcastle United. One of their players of the season, the German centre-back, has got his head on the corner that was whipped into the near side. And the away supporters at the far end are going absolutely wild. What a start for United on their first trip to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, almost ahead through Elanga, and from the corner that followed, Chow has glanced the ball in to make it Everton 0, Newcastle United 1.
It's a great delivery, it's a fabulous delivery into a great area.
Another chance for Anthony Elanga to run. He's had some good moments so far. There's another. He beats his man. The cross is straight at an Everton player, but the clearance is straight to Livramento, who finds Barnes, and he cuts it back. Livramento, shot blocked. Lewis Miley hits one and scores! Newcastle have got a second goal. Lewis Miley brought back in for only his third Premier League start of the season, into the ground, and that's gone through Jordan Pickford, who might want to reflect on whether he could have kept it out. A second goal has arrived in the 25th minute. Everton 0, Newcastle United 2, from the left boot of Lewis Miley.
Well, Everton have been all over the place defensively, didn't clear the lines, felt him. He swung his left foot on it, hit it into the ground. Just goes straight through Pickford, doesn't it? Keeper should do better.
His hands, plucks it from the night sky. And a quick roll out to Livramento. He's chipped it forwards. Elanga the target. Oh, Elanga's got there behind Irabunum, and Voltemada is in. Voltemada over Pickford and scores! What a first half for Newcastle United. It's 3-0 in the 45th minute, and Nick Voltemada ends a run of 5 games for United without a goal to get his 7th for the club. Elanga just got the better of Irabuna, played it inside, and Voltemada with a delicate lift over Pickford, who was well out of his goal, keeping the attack alive for Newcastle. Lewis Hall, he delivers a cross, back post is headed in. Malik Chow's got another. He's got two, and Newcastle have four. And what a night this is turning out to be. 58 minutes, Chow heading in at the far post. Lewis Hall's cross, Everton 0, Newcastle United 4.
What a great ball in as well, just kept the pressure on. Smashing header as well, isn't it? Boom.
Gordon knocks it around Pedro Porro and goes. Great speed from Gordon. His cross finds Voltemada. Here's Bruno. Oh, that's brilliant! That is brilliant! Wonderful Newcastle United goal. It's been coming all night, and it finally arrives in the 71st minute. Gordon with the speed, the electric pace to get away. Voltemada there with a touch, and the captain on at half-time has buried it. And it's Newcastle United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
And this time Gordon just knocks it past the fullback, gets to the byline, pulls it back. It's a great finish as well. Just coming on to it, he just...
At end against Vicario. Here comes Anthony Gordon. This is huge. Gordon has scored! That's a great penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Put it down the right side of the goal. Anthony Gordon, his first in the Premier League since January. It's massive. It's Newcastle United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
Quality penalty. He's just waited for the keeper to shift, and then he's just wrapped it in the other side.
6-yard box as players make their move. Bruno fires it in! Bruno scored straight from the corner. Well, he said his delivery was good the other night. It's even better this time. Bruno Guimaraes, direct from a corner kick. Beyond his old colleague Martin Dubravka. Waits, now comes forward, sends Dubravka the wrong way. Bottom left corner of the goal. Newcastle United have a 2-0. Could do that for them by scoring this penalty. Here he comes and he buries it. Anthony Gordon delivers yet again for Newcastle United in the Champions League. And he runs to the supporters in the corner. Gordon on the outside, delivers the cross, and a header is in! Lewis Miley has got there. And Newcastle United have turned it around in Germany. 1-0 down at the break, 2-1 up with about 15 minutes to play.
Through. Share, there's one of those long-range passes in behind Robinson for Murphy. Low cross, Wissa! Johan Wissa on his first start for Newcastle United has got his first goal in black and white. Murphy's cross was repelled by goalkeeper Lecomte, and Wissa, first time, has just put it into the back of the net. He waited so long for his debut, and he is off the mark now. Johan Wissa, back after injury, and a goal scorer for Newcastle United in the black and white shirt, in the number 9 shirt. From this angle, from the commentary box, it looked in. Here's the corner. Tonali. They've got it! Sandro Tonali's corner, and it's Lewis Miley who celebrates a massive goal. Miley, almost the match winner in the Champions League last week, will hopefully be the match winner tonight, and hopefully the player whose goal sends Newcastle into a third semi-final in 4 seasons. Lewis Miley, out of position at right back, and in added on time, up in the box to get a glancing header on the ball in from Tonali, which was a great delivery, and it's Newcastle United 2, Fulham 1.
Great delivery, great header as well. He just gets above everybody. They go near post. Great header.
No VAR, they're looking at whether there might have been an offside, but it doesn't matter.
No offside.
Doesn't matter. Fulham have just taken somebody off. They brought on Jona Kusiasare, the young Swedish forward on loan from Bayern Munich. Box. And Garnacho inside to Fofana. Gordon got his boot on the ball, but Fofana comes away with it. Gordon wins it back properly for Tonali. On to Bruno. Wide right to Murphy. First Newcastle attack on 3 minutes. Murphy cross. Voltemada and Gordon and Voltemada! First attack and an early goal. And Nick Voltemada. Well, I don't know if it's redemption, but it is a huge lift for their record signing, who was involved in the build-up, trying to convert Murphy's cross. Gordon had a go at the back stick, and then it came to Voltemada, who powered it into the back of the net. It's his 8th of the season, and in the 4th minute Newcastle United lead Chelsea by a goal to 0, and Chelsea have a player down in the box, but I don't think there's any suspicion of a foul as Newcastle continue to celebrate.
Gordon has
been told to move it back, which he's done. Anthony Gordon pulls out to the near side and it's rolled to his feet. Players in the middle waiting for the delivery. Gordon back in on his right, away from Pedro Neto. Voltemada! He's got 2! Nick Voltemada, he's at it again. Anthony Gordon is at it again with the assist. Hall rolled the free kick to Gordon. He cut inside, delicious curling cross. Voltemada just opened up his body, stuck out his right leg and guided it inside Sanchez's far post. Chest control from Gordon, it's a good touch. He's trying to find room for the cross, instead he's beaten Walker and finds Joelinton, who scores! Yes! Joelinton, after 65 seconds, has given Newcastle United the lead. Big goal on a big night for them, and it's come early. Great wing play from Gordon. Thought about the early cross, then beat Walker and delivered to the near side, and Joelinton left foot stuck it out there, guided it across Dubravka and inside the far post. A long goal kick into the Burnley half. Wissa, good flick on for Barnes, who's been shouldered out of it by Lucas Pires, who's been dispossessed by Gordon. Barnes has it. Bruno, it's a bit tight, but they found Anthony Gordon. Maybe the chance to create something. Barnes edge of the area for Gordon. Return ball looking for Barnes. They've lost out to Joelinton. Harvey Barnes, good save. The rebound. They're trying to get it in for Wissa. Is that over the line? It is now. Johan Wissa, first Premier League start, first Premier League goal for Newcastle United. Burnley just couldn't get it clear, and Wissa was there. He had 2 goes at it, and the second one ended up in the back of the net. After a frustrating Boxing Day at Old Trafford, where they couldn't find a way through, they've hit the back of the net twice inside the opening 7 minutes tonight. Burnley 0, Newcastle United 2. Newcastle United hoping that they're going to get their second Premier League away win this season. Forward ball, oh, mistake at the back. Bruno, surely. Bruno seals it. Mistake at the back between Dubravka and Ekdal, and an open goal, and captain Bruno Guimaraes with his left from about 25 yards has lifted it into the empty net.